Wait, it just found it? Shoot, that was easy. Usually takes 20 years. Oh, what is this? Maybe? Can you start your engines in this deck? Maybe. Hmm. Probably not. No, that was actually pretty easy. Which is maybe not good. Maybe not good at all. Alright. Okay, so we're here with Gonti, Knight Minister, 4-mana 3/4. Whenever a player casts a spell they don't own, they get a treasure token. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to one of your opponents, its controller looks at the top card of that opponent's library, exiles it face down, and then you can cast it for any mana, not just like the color that it is, and that's it. So it's kind of like turning all of your creatures into Ragavan, except you don't get the treasure until after you cast the spell, which is a little weird. That's a little strange, but it works out okay. It's fine. I wouldn't call it the 4-mana Gix, no, but it's I suppose a little bit comparable. You're drawing like random cards from a random opponent's deck. You're not like drawing stuff that works with your deck directly. We're playing all like the 1-mana 1/1s, have Death Touch, Menace, Flying. This might be a Bloodghast deck. I don't imagine the haste part is too relevant, but at least you can play lands and get it back, and it can get through sometimes and poke your opponent and steal a card, right? A lot of these cards, I would say, maybe depend on my commander being alive, and that's never a good thing. But it is what it is. It's still mono black. You got all the fancy, really powerful cards. Liliana, with this many like creatures that can die, seems like it's okay, but Kaimil makes sense. Portal to Phyrexia, because I make treasure tokens, can make sense. But for now, I'm just going to stick with something that I just don't play as often, even though it might not be as good, but we'll see. That's really about it. Steel cards, mono black Ragavan. Send it. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you smash that like button, whatever they say. Whatever they say. I'm losing my voice already, dude. It's only been 5 minutes. Losing my voice. Oh, yeah, the deck kind of the same. I don't know. I think Gix is more interested in playing cards that can win the game outside of its own deck, where Gonti might not have to go all in on, like, actually drawing something that wins out of, whatever. Alright, Ketramos, the first opponent. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. I don't know if there is a standard meta thing. I think they're all just kind of thrown into each other. Just popping in to say hello? Well, hello. Land, please? Thank you. Alright, can I do anything? Maybe? Looks like I actually can. Alright. Land, please. Oh my goodness, can I please? I needed to land so bad that turn. I needed to land so bad that turn. Oh. I don't... Why do Catchermos players struggle with playing Catchermos? Flash, this enters, exile one creature. I would be very surprised if... Wow. Oh, excuse me, flying. I said flash. Okay. So you exile a creature to exile a... What? Alright. My next two draws actually were not lands, which is kind of funny. So how does this work? Full control. And do that. So I don't, So these are both actually creatures? Again, just straight up not casting... Yeah, oh, they might not have a land. Alright. At least this one makes more sense. I don't know if I would do this last turn. Suppose shutting down Gonti's ability to, like, hit you kind of makes sense. Does it make that much sense, though? Oh, my opponent says it does, so... That is a completely useless card, but I will cast it for a treasure anyways. Oh wait, I can't cast it on anything. If I cast it on this, I think it actually gets exiled because 0 to 0. So I actually can't cast this. Wow. That's kind of unfortunate. I can cast it on the rat token now, though, so we did find something. Alright, well, I'm gonna just clear the way. I'm just gonna clear the way. Hello, Gabriel. Pay 3 life. Send the damage. I'm as good as I've ever been. Okay, I can flicker that. I can dodge a sweeper so I don't lose the game. Oh look, there's a sweeper in my opponent's deck. Or hand, I mean. So, just play this to scry 2, or do I just do nothing? I suppose I do nothing. My opponent's going to cast Day of Judgment. I might as well dodge it. These top decks are just out of this world. These top decks are completely out of this world. And then they draw the land. Yeah, this is, I think I've had probably the best thing I could possibly be doing, and it's just not working. So, Shieldred. And again, I don't know if I can cast anything, because they'll just play their thing here. Okay, they finally drew something bad. And I can sort of punish this. They just make a 2/2, I flicker Shieldred. The only thing this does is 0. There's nothing else it can do here. This might be the first time I beat Ketramos. I mean, it's looking okay. When does it come back? Your end step. Alright, so we do want to swing here. Can I cast Gonti first? I can. Should I? Probably not. Probably not. Honestly, I sort of missed the opportunity to when I didn't cast it pre-combat, so... And I will just cast Shieldred, because if my opponent top decks a sweeper, I don't know what to tell you. Good on you. They're below 10. Not enough to block with Ketramos, so I think we won. I actually did it. I actually beat him. Or rather, it's extremely likely that I win from here, but I mean, I could still technically lose. Oh wait, no I can't. This is lethal. This is just lethal, alright. Okay, I did it. I did it. I actually beat Ketramos. Oh man. That was the first game. That was the first game. Yeah, they had the runners, the sweeper. Once I knew about the sweeper, it got a little bit more straightforward to what to do, but still, it's like the top decks were out of this world for a second. Oh man, and then the first bad exile too. But that's all right. Oh, I'm already tired. It's just the first game. So exhausting playing against Ketramos. I did it. I beat it. Yeah, it's all downhill from here. It probably is. We can take it, though. We can take it. We can take it. Ay, ay, ay. I probably should run all of the edicts in the format if I don't want to auto-concede to it. I think there's 2 I'm not playing. Working on any achievements? No. Bro, everyone is prepared for the Ketramos. Everyone's just playing Ketramos stuff. It's actually insane. I don't think I want that, but I'd rather them not be able to eat anything, but that's okay. Make sure this doesn't actually do anything, right? Yeah, there's no... I'm not sacking anything here. Like, every single deck is just playing cards against Ketramos. I don't know if I should have kept this, actually. I don't know. Can we kill people with just poking them to death? Is that a thing we can do? Okay. Sure. Oh, the sandbagging. The sandbag. Love it. There's no reason not to play this pre-combat, so... Unfortunately, I don't want to sacrifice anything here. But it would draw me a card. You ran into Ketchamo 7 times? Well, how many games did you play? 7? I don't know. I don't know how to gauge that. 7 seems about right for me. I mean, sometimes it's like 10. Sometimes it's more than 10. That is really, really weird. Alright. Well, I did draw the lands, which is lucky. I don't know what my attacks look like. They feel a bit ugly. They feel a bit ugly. But I suppose that is the attack. Alright. I didn't pan out too well, but I draw cards at least, I guess. Scavenging Ooze won't very likely solo me, but it is annoying. Man, life would be so much faster if they're just doing this immediately. "24 games? Yeah, okay. That makes sense then. That seems about right. So, there's no attack, but I will play this Death Toucher. There can be counter spells. I'm not really... Honestly, I'm not even all that worried about counter spells. Base power toughness 1. Make sure this doesn't... Yeah, alright. I can just freely put that there. Make sure I'm not getting confused. Alright, there is no counter spell. Opponent did not eat the creature in response, which was essentially free. Yeah, they probably wanted to eat the creature in response there. Suppose it's not too big of a deal. So I can turn this into a treasure token. And I suppose I basically have to? Aetherize? Oh, that'd be nuts. They're just holding up like 2 things that are apparently very difficult to activate. I don't... Got the mobile gamer. Yet again, not eating your own creature. There really is only one attack, unless I want to do this, and I'm kind of okay with this. No, that's just stupid, though. No, it's not. Because when these die, I get new creatures. Rather, I draw cards. So that's okay, right? Honestly, it's starting to look like Aetherize. Okay. I keep my rat token now. Doesn't really matter, but I suppose it could be relevant. I draw land. If they have a counter spell, is that the end of the world? Not really. This isn't getting any better right now, and there's no reason to cast Gonti, so... You know, let's see if they have a counter spell. Alright. Alright. Sweet. It was kind of a weird game. No Aetherize. Which is not too surprising, it's just a lot of, priority being held. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't think I'm gonna do that. If I keep doing that, I might just start playing Historic again and stop playing Standard Brawl. But right now, I think I'm just gonna be doing that. It depends how often it happens. Because I don't like doing that. I really don't like doing that, but... like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I am like the pro at drawing 2 lands. I'm like a pro at it. This is a little bit better. Actually, is this better? This might not be better. We'll find out. Two into 4. Nope. Bro, there's one. There you go. There's only one target. Only one thing you can do there. So, very unfortunate. Extremely unfortunate. I'm top decking a little bit backwards here, but, well, not really anything I can do about it. Killing this isn't all that useful, but it's... I guess it could be useful. It's alright. It's not like the best idea, but... Honestly, even plussing here kind of makes sense, but it just attacks the mana, you know. It's all, I mean, what more can you ask for, right? I really want to play Alcatraz here. I really want to play Alcatraz. I think I just have to play this. I have to play this. I have to play it. It's just so good here. Or at least it's a lot better than Gonti in my opinion, so... Gilded Lotus. Wow. Alright. You got it. Alright. So... I'm in a good position. I'm in a good position. Let's see if it stays. They get a 2-2 and a 1-1 with... Alright, so some mana and some other random nonsense. And then they get the Overlord to come back. So the Liliana -2 is not very good. Actually, maybe it still is. So we do this. I don't know if I can play Gonti pre-combat here. Maybe I just have to. Okay. Land, -2. Yeah, no idea Gilded Lotus is in Standard. Yep. They actually get rid of... Wow, they get rid of that. Let's see, do I draw a removal spell? Ah, I don't draw a removal spell. So play this. That. Here. Okay, so they swing, they can kill one of my things. I don't know if I can beat the second Atali. I'm kind of amazed I even got this far, but alright. I did it? So I draw a card because that died. I'm drawing more cards off this. Desecration Demon doesn't do a good job. Wow, my opponent just conceded here? We beat the double Atali cast? Oh, they got auto-tapped? It tapped the Overlord instead of the land. Oh. I'll take it. 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 Look at that. I beat Atali and Ketchermos. Clearly Gonti is the best commander. It's just, I mean, like, come on. Like, what are we even talking about? We take those. Oops. I know, I gotta drink out of a cup. I'm not a caveman. Although, maybe I am. Maybe I do live in a cave. Alright, another commander there. Duress is nice. This is also nice. So, hitting the Mana Rock would be ideal. Okay, no Mana Rock, just a rather bad hand. But it's on me to actually do something about that. I mean, draw go versus this is, like, really not a good idea. Okay. And sweeper I lose? Sweeper I lose? Oh, no, not quite. Well, those are alright. Portal doesn't really do anything against them. It does long term, though, right? Because this can't exile it, or can it exile it? Creature enchantment. It cannot actually exile this. Okay. Opponent gets Massacre Worm. Probably Eternal Wanderer. Kaya or Ketchermos? I'd still rather play against Kaya. Yeah, it's not even close. it's not even close. What are we talking about? Nope. Wait, what? Why wouldn't you just make a 2/2? Okie dokie. So... this? Oh, I guess the 2/2 would just die. Alright, that's fair. Alright, well eventually I'll get to, like, stick a creature. I don't know. It's bound to happen eventually. Oh, they can flicker the portal to Phyrexia. They can actually steal it back. Oh yeah, alright. That's no bueno. Okay. You got it. Every single card I cast was completely exiled or destroyed. But that's what you get when you play 5/1/1s. What is this? Alright, it's a commander we haven't seen. It's not one of the big 10 that every game is. That's pretty cool. I haven't played against this in a while. Rooms have tons of visual bugs? I don't think I've ever seen a room get flickered or turned into a thing there before. So I'm gonna just play it safe and just kill it. There's an argument that this was just better, but this could be very annoying. The first one I played in Standard Brawl? You tell me. I don't remember. I do not remember. Okay. This is basically a forced Liliana -2 here. Which is alright. I get to flip my Alcatraz into a land, draw a card, and all that jazz, so... Can't be too upset with that. Liliana is very good here, I think. Because I think they have a protection spell, and this just gets around it. Big if true. Reassembling skeleton, coming in clutch, maybe? You know what to do, skeleton. You know what to do. Sure. We did it. We did it. We did it. One answer, and a two answer. Yeah, just... Alright. We did it. It's not so bad when, like, as long as not every single thing you do it's counters or like exiled, it's actually not that bad. It's actually just kind of okay. Oh, we have the skeleton treasure combo, or excuse me, the power stone combo. It doesn't unfortunately do anything. Like, I have no fundamental use for the power stone, so I think it's kind of meh. Honestly, I probably shouldn't even sacrifice it, because I just don't know when I'm going to invest mana to, like, there's really no reason to do that. Alright, I can do it right now, but again, more creatures, more betterer. I assume they're gonna block the skeleton if I swing with it, so... Okay, I would have probably killed something else, because you can't block either of these now, so that was kind of a mistake. Oh, please block. Okay, so this screams to me 2 into 4. This screams 2 into 4, and it was 2 into 4. Of course it was. Alright. So Shieldred or Gix. Probably Gix. And swing. Okay, I have nothing to do. I got a Twin Flame Tyrant, which is kind of cool. It can do a lot of damage, sort of out of nowhere. It has to sort of actually do that, though. As it stands, it really isn't. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to wait. I suppose I can swing first. Alright, there was a chance they blocked this, and I think that was worth taking. But I do, unfortunately, have to truly kill it, so... Pay 3 life, because my life total's irrelevant. And whoop. Alright, we're bullying the Atali players. Okay, that's just a 7/7. Doesn't do anything. Kind of an interesting card. You don't normally see that one. Get Twin Flamed? Get wrecked. Yes. So they have to block Shieldred, otherwise it's 8 damage. And then they take 1, 2, 3, 4, plus another 6. They take 10. They're not dead. They're not dead. But they have to block Shieldred. Yes. All right. Love it. Taste it, Atali. Taste it. Taste it like you'd taste Ketramos. You know, the good thing about Ketramos is I think it is pretty good against Atali. And I'm kind of okay with that. It also maybe isn't. I wonder if trying to play Atali right now is worth making another video out of on Standard, just because Ketramos is so prolific. Well, I can't remember if I beat it a lot as when I played Ketramos. I feel like I did, but maybe I didn't. I don't know. Well, when Gonti works, it's pretty cool. Granted, I actually didn't... I only exiled a land, right? Yeah, I didn't actually really do anything. Okay, Atali for the 4th time. 3rd? No, 4th. Love to see the block. Oh, it's just like so... Oh man, this is a good day. This is a good. I needed to just do this to Atali and catch most players today. This was good. This is therapeutic. This is good. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. All right. How do I make them even like? What's not working? Desecration Demon is still probably just okay. Leave Atali alone? I will not leave Atali alone. Atali has been a thorn in my side for a while. Probably not as bad as Ketramos, honestly, but still sort of just wins every time I play against it, because I usually play, you know, every commander, and not every commander is very good, so Atali just ignores you and wins. So it's nice to not actually ignore. Not have to, like, ignore me. Alright, so I think I'm going to take out some of this stuff for just more removal, because removal's, like, the best thing in Standard. I don't think Ether Drift had changed that. What's a good removal spell that I'm not running that would make sense? Nykthos? No. This is Standard. No, I don't... Nykthos is not... Nykthos hasn't been in Standard in, like... Oh, now you got me curious. Wasn't it only printed a single time? Yeah, it was only printed in Theros. Yeah, Nykthos hasn't been in Standard for 12 years. It's been about 12 years. Just about 12 years. No, I'm not going to do this cycling -1/-1. It'd be cool if Dark Blast was printed in that spot. I'd like Dark Blast. But no, this doesn't do anything. Go for the Throat is probably okay. I mean, because Ketramos is everywhere, we could run... Extracted Confession? It just edicts something. It's a 2-minute edict. I think this is okay. I'm never really going to collect evidence. I want to try that one, maybe. What about this one? Is this just strictly better? No, because I don't want people to sacrifice vehicles. Alright, let's just try that one. Yeah, it's pretty old. I actually have a Nykthos. Somewhere. Somewhere in these boxes, there's a Nykthos. I can't remember what deck it was. Oh, no, it's in the... It's in one of these. It's in one of those decks on the ground right there. The mono black deck. Yeah, Nykthos, a paper one I'm talking about. One of my collection. I don't think it's a foil. I only have one. Beginning to end step, and I can level this up whenever I want. I am willing to trade. I am very willing to trade here, actually. Yep, that is totally fine. This also lets me play Liliana and plus it. Probably get rid of Obliterator. I don't think Obliterator is very good in this matchup. So I'm gonna just pitch it. Could make the same logic about Tiny Bones, though. I could also be completely wrong. So my opponent has been very adamant about shutting out my card draw engines, which makes sense. They like really don't want me to draw a card. Everything they've done is try to prevent that, essentially. Yeah. Once I finally hit him with Gonti, they're like, alright, we're done. I mean, you never know. I can just exile lands, and it does stone cold nothing, just like Ragavan, but wasn't willing to try it. Liliana's also going to ultimate next turn, so they're in a heap of trouble, so, yeah. Very clean game, very clean game. Candy Grapple? Isn't that only 3? Isn't that only 3? I thought that was only 3. You're too poor to buy one. Well, why? Have you tried starting a company? Have you tried something? Have you tried selling family members for organs? I don't know if that's legal where you are, but... Oh wow, it just slipped right out. Look at that. Yeah, there's my paper one. Oh, wait. I can't see. I can't even see my own camera. Yeah, look at it. Look at that. Yeah. There's only one, though, because it is expensive. It has a bunch of Phyrexian Obliterators in here. I gotta play Magic. I gotta put this down. I dropped something, and now I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. My old Black Sun Zenith deck. Love it. Love it. Nope. Oh, it's the lizards. Okay, the last time I played against lizards, it destroyed me. So, let's hope it doesn't this time. It's been a while, though. The bargain 5/5? I don't really have a way to bargain, though. Do I? Anoint is alright. Anoint's fine. I mean, I could just take out Obliterator. It is effectively unblockable. Whenever other creatures additional one encounter for each opponent lost lifeless. So... Okay. Anoint does deal with Ketramos, right? Because it's 3 or less? Unless you have the Toxic. And then it's any creature? Or is it 2 or less? No, it's 3 or less. Yeah, alright. That one works. Oh, someone out here playing Fell? Wow, look at that. Fell in a Ketramos meta? Let's hope you can't kill my Phyrexian Obliterator. Alright, Obliterator. It's your first time in play. Time to trigger in Standard. It's your first time here, buddy. Just trigger one time in Standard. Just a single time. Okay, I'll take a Stonewall of them not being able to attack. It's not the same, but you know, it's what we have. Man, I actually really like my opponent's deck. I think I'm just gonna play Shieldred here, actually. They did not have an answer, so there is merit in maybe not. I'm most assuredly swinging, right? I'm most assuredly swinging. Bros, literally all the lizards. I love it. I love it so much. I want to play this. I actually want to play this. So... I think I'm just gonna bully my opponent a little here. Just get rid of this. It would be nice to do also anything else ever, but I can't have everything. This is okay. I'm alright with this. Okay. Is Obliterator gonna go the distance? It's already done 15 damage. It went the distance. 5/5 unblockable. Unfortunately, it's extremely difficult to trigger the effect on it, but hey, I mean, it looks at this point will probably just bludgeon my opponent to death because it's basically unblockable. They probably... No, I was going to say they probably had to block now. You know, you just lose if you block. You just completely lose the game. You probably lose faster, actually. Okay, so I could take out Bitter Blossom for... You know what? I don't even really like Vraska. I'm going to take that out. Reassembling Skeleton is adorable, but it's not good. It's just not a good card. It's one of my favorite black cards of all time, but it's just not a good card. I don't know about Bloodghast. I suppose it's still a functioning thing that works with what I'm doing. So, well, until I see more of it. But unfortunately, we probably... I mean, I've been winning, but I probably just want more removal, so that one and... The 2-mana removal is just very, 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 very good. Yeah, I don't think we're a Rankle's Prank deck. I'm not on that one. Like, I would not run Barter in Blood, so I probably wouldn't run Rankle's Prank. Although, I mean, that logic's backwards, but the point still stands, I promise. Saddle 3? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna just, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I just should just swing. Obliterator must be answered, so you gotta answer that somehow. Which, I mean, It's not too hard to do that. It was one of my more expensive hits, actually. Deep Cavern Bat? Yeah. Sure. Yeah, Deep Cavern Bat works. It's been a while since I've played that card. I actually couldn't tell you last time I did play that card. Shoot. No way do you swing. Oh, I was about to say. As enticing as it would look. So, Obliterator. I can play land. Play swing with both. Block, block, block. Huh. I feel like putting a second token in front of the knight was totally reasonable. Interesting. So they make 2 1/1s now. They're letting me hit them with the fairy with this attack, but I suppose I'm gonna block the bat lurker anyways. With the lands, please, game, please. So play that, play this. Play this. Play this here. Alright. I can't tell if I'm winning. Mondrak is a huge problem. What? Opponent does not sack them for the Mondrak indestructible. Please, anything? Okay. That just straight up works, so we'll take that. Dealing with Mondrak would be very ideal. Okay, no such luck. Suppose I'll do this. Game, I need a Mondrak answer, please. And there's not much incentive to minus, so I'm just gonna plus. Alright, surely there's no go wide with second giant spell again. That does not have haste. The rats can't block. The rats can't block. Oh, okay. I was like, going with the Mondrak again is nuts. This is essentially my last turn. I think I should block to draw more cards. Like that. Take one. Yeah. Because these two creatures aren't doing anything, so... Yeah, Stalker in 85 turns. That's true, that's true. Okay. So I can get rid of one of their two creatures, and it's probably going to be... Mondrak, but we'll see. Because Arabella is essentially lethal if they keep it in play. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that killing us. If they draw a land and make all their creatures massive, that will kill us. I can minus, but that feels ugly, so... No, I'm gonna plus. They put their commander in the graveyard permanently. We're gonna get rid of this land here. Opponent had White Sun's Twilight. Wow. And now it's a matter of what can I swing with. If I swing with 5, if they draw a land, I'm doomed. 3, 5, 6, 4, so I can swing with 5. Take that, do that. Five blockers. Block, 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 block. If they top deck that, I'm totally screwed, so I gotta play around it, I think. Oh, they drew it too. They drew it. Alright, so it's a good thing I didn't swing. Yes! Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, that's awesome. So, yeah, they can flip this and have a bunch of 4/4s, and then they'll swing and get 2 more 1/1s, and there'll be a bunch of 6/6s. But there's not really too many great attacks when I have an Phyrexian Obliterator. Right? And from there, it's very hard to swing at me. Their commander's gone forever, because either they were... I don't know why they did that. I don't know. I don't think it would have mattered, though. I don't think it would if it was, like, cast again. We had Liliana minus. We had this one ticking up to ultimate, and we can play defense at this point, probably. What a game. Awesome game. Oh, man. Bro, Gonti's been, like, grabbing me by the collar and just swinging me around. It has been an absolute doozy. It's been a carousel. That one works. I'm actually not playing the mana rocks. I will play the rat instead of the Midnight Reaper. Literally unbeatable. Can't even lose a mirror. Can't even lose a mirror. Nice mana rock. Oh, nice land choice though. That is actually my favorite swamp. That is my favorite swamp. I don't think I own it in Magic Arena though. GG. That deck with Nykthos in it has that swamp for all the swamp arts. It's just my favorite swamp by far. I haven't looked at my unlocked basic arts in actually quite a while. Can you see the ones you don't have? You can? I don't think there's any way to just get it willy-nilly. I do really, really like that. Whoops. This one's really cool too. I never played with it on paper though. Yeah, the one my opponent's playing isn't even here. It's not even like... It's from the original Zendikar. Or World Wake or something. I think it's Zendikar. Alright. Gonti's beaten Natali a couple times. We won a Ketramos matchup. Haven't seen all the crazy stuff until... Alright, there's another Atali. So we were pretty front-loaded with all the egregious commanders. Looks like we found another, though. Jumpstart. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's... Or the... I think it would be the Anthology. I don't think it's Jumpstart. Pretty sure that's an Anthology land. Oh, on the play with Llanowar Elves. Wow. Look how good they are. Oh my goodness. Well, if they use it, we basically lose. They do not. This might be too slow still. It's looking too slow. Huh? That's just in my opponent's deck. Okay. Let's play this. So, like, true dinosaurs? Hmm. Okay. I'll take it. So, I'm just trying to steal cards here with this, right? Nothing else. Yeah. I mean, I'll take a land here. I mean, so if they have a land, they have a Tali. I don't know if I could beat a Tali with just this board, unfortunately. So we go to 2. That is fine with me. Lava Spur Boots. There's a lot of cards that kill me out of their deck at this point, unfortunately. And I'm not presenting lethal. Well, I did present lethal. They didn't have anything. Bro, what is going on? I'm just crushing the Atalis. I did not envision that. I mean, I didn't even steal anything that good. Actually, did I have lethal? Wait a minute. No, I didn't. Okay, no, I was about to say, I could have, like, put this here, right? No, that wasn't lethal. They could sack their creature to tap it anyways, so they probably wouldn't. Wow. Alright. They just didn't draw the land. Sometimes that happens. That was an on-the-play Llanowar Elves opener too, right? They were on the play, and yeah, on the play with Llanowar Elves. The feelest of bads to lose when you're on the play with Llanowar Elves too, especially in Standard. Alright, Eternal Wanderer. So it's kind of like Kaya, it just doesn't have the black cards. Bloodghast is kind of funny. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it isn't. I actually kind of like this Bloodghast art. I think it's pretty cool. Realm Breaker. Wow. Alright. I will play Liliana here, because if they don't answer it, it does just proceed to win the game. Obliterator's completely useless here. I can't play my commander in the face of their commander, so... Just doesn't work. They just make a 2/2? Oh, man. I wasn't expecting that. The Bloodghast block is free. No block to me is, I mean, it was free to block the Bloodghast. I'm a little confused. And there's no reason to cast any card, so pass. Lilion Ultimate? Ossification. Ah, come on. Tragic. Actually tragic. Always have the answers. Oh, everything's miserable. Yeah, now I just feel like I can't win. Yeah, that was my opportunity. And my opponent had the perfect answer, so... What? Oh, okay. So I'm going to put them down to 10 with Shieldred here. That way, Bloodghast always has haste for the rest of the game. And that's probably my last bet. Plussing here is insane to me. I don't know why on earth you would ever do that, but... Okay. You got it. Still not as bad as Ketramos, at least. At least I don't think so. I wouldn't say that it is. This is a good hand for being on the draw. Actually, let me not... I'm not going to play this turn 1. If they have Arcane Signet, congratulations. I'm just not going to... So I can cast Gonti before I lose my board, but then I would lose my board. This to me is still better. I'm just always taking the chart the course here, so they can't fix their hand. I know it leaves them with this, but it just is what it is. I don't have to cast it. I do not have to cast it. I can just go here. Because my opponent basically has to always cast the sweeper, so I don't have to commit anything. That's just okay, right? Like, you just have to cast it. They do get to see my hand, right? Yeah. Oh, I think they actually get to see my whole deck, which I guess doesn't really matter. Well, them keeping a card is a nightmare. That is not what I expected. Thinning your deck of lands, too, in the face of a double Gonti trigger is kind of nuts. Okay. I mean, it sets them up for Atraxa, which they know I have an answer to, but I don't have 15 answers to it. They can't cast it twice. Just thinking my decks of a bunch of lands is nuts. They mill the lands, so they're not aware of how my card works, maybe. I'm not going to kill this. I'm not going to kill this. Oh, that's so good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's so good. What a card to find there. Yeah, I'm not blowing up the Omen Path. I know it is kind of nice, but I don't think... this has to be useful later. This was such a great steal. Mills another land. River's Rebuke instead of the Sweeper is odd. I could kill my opponent, right? I can kill my opponent here. I can proliferate the counter and swing. That's the best lethal I've ever had. I proliferate the counter on the frog to kill my opponent with the only proliferate in my deck. Wow. Wow. I guess I'm just back to playing the frog. We never got off the frog. Wow. What a game. Gonti is great. Grave robbing, what is that? What is grave robbing? What? Did that happen that last game? Oh, my opponent exiled my creatures with the devious cover-up. Or whatever that black sweeper is, and I guess that leaves the graveyard. Instead of reanimating it, which is what I envision what it kind of means, but yeah, I guess rest in peace just grave robs, yeah. Weird. It's funny in Magic the Gathering how there's like 5 different avenues to the same achievement. It's like, we want you to reanimate things, but rest in peace does it in 5 seconds. All the same. That's funny. Yeah, like gaining life is in the white one, but black can just do it. Or, green. I don't think red can. Can it? No, red can't do that. At least not in Magic Arena. Liliana might really detest a bunch of small creatures, but it also might not. I'm not really sure. I suppose I'll just keep it, see what happens. If I can just prevent it from... I don't even know, honestly. I don't know. I have not played against Liliana yet. What is this? This is nuts. I was gonna say Valgavoth, but that don't look like no Valgavoth I've ever seen. The Raven Man. Do I care about that this turn? Nope. Actually, it doesn't even do anything next turn either. Oh, it does make a bird if they plus their Liliana randomly, which probably is not a good idea. Okay, we're going for it. Oh. What? Am I not understanding something, or is that just not a good idea? Alright, small creatures versus Liliana. It's kind of its nightmare. But if they have board wipes, I'm going to be kind of sad. You think it's good versus Liliana? Well, I mean, I don't know how many board wipes they run. There are board wipes in black. But I do feel pretty good about my situation with the spot removals and creatures. Feels a bit nice. Ooh, missing your land drop too is like... So I think they can kill my commander, but that's okay. They missed a land drop. Oh look, the best card they could possibly have, wow. And it's not good enough. They drew 2 lands in a row. Wow. Three lands in a row. Removal versus removal, yep. Taste it. Taste the engine rat, opponent. Taste the engine rat. Never activated that in my life. No idea how I'm supposed to beat that, that thing there. And they draw Tiny Bones. Come on! Thought you said it was a good matchup. Chat, what happened? I wonder. Yeah, real good matchup. What a real good matchup, yep. Of course, I don't draw my Alcatraz. Why would I do that? Only the opponent gets to draw it. And perfect removal also being mana screwed. Doesn't matter though. Nope. Not against me. Well, that was a miserable loss. It was overdue for one though. Definitely overdue for one. This is the shark discard thing. Engine Rat actually activated. That's pretty cool. Can't say that's happened before. You think I shouldn't have killed Liliana? I kind of completely and utterly disagree. But there's definitely a line where you don't kill it. That doesn't make sense to me. There's no way I'm not doing that. I'm always killing it. Alright, well, my Liliana's not good here. Well, they would have to draw lands, because we knew they were mana screwed. Like, we knew they were mana screwed the whole game. They drew, like, a land every single turn after missing a land drop for a turn. They literally had a land every single turn after that. So I think they actually only drew lands the entire game except one turn. I'm not... Killing Liliana makes sense. My opponent has to draw lands. I'm going to get rid of the knight here, because the land is probably too important. I can't realistically protect this. Yes, I can. Okay. Yeah, fine. Alright. Did it pan out? It sort of panned out. Opponent doesn't want me hitting them. That's fair. That is fair. Shoot, I have to read this. Alright, they just have a Phyrexian Arena in play that doesn't lose life. Alright, that's not good. That is not really that concerning. Obliterator, Opponent discard their lands to Liliana, by the way, and it is appearing to be a thing that they did not have lands. I mean, I'm always blocking. Alright, well, I don't think they can come out of this now. It's probably just too much. Yep, that's just way too much. Yeah, my opponent literally discarded their lands. They're just like, nah, I don't want them. Okay. Now, to be fair, they could basically cast everything anyways except their commander, and there's an argument that they would have never had a window to cast this, because it would just be a 5/4 and wouldn't, like, keep them in the game. But, you know, they were feeling the burn. They also drew so many cards, it's crazy they didn't find another land. But again, I don't think the fourth land in casting this was really going to change anything. It would just be in play, and they'd have to take a turn off to cast it, right? So, cool. Yeah, getting rid of the fear missing. I was kind of playing around them killing Gonti, but they just didn't kill Gonti. I don't even know if Liliana was that big of a deal at that point. I guess it was. Yeah, alright, I guess it was. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. The commander we have Cavernous Souls in our deck for. Just haven't actually come up yet. Can my opponent beat 3 1/1s? Can they beat 3 1/1s, chat? That's the question. Yikes. Oh, wait. That doesn't work this turn cycle, so... Do I kill this? No way do I minus here. Oh man, I have to minus. Oh, I should have minus pre-combat. Oh, I just didn't want to minus. Tragic. Minusing feels really bad regardless, but yeah, that was a mistake. Can't be blocked. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if it's even worth plussing here. It probably still is. There's maybe an argument that it isn't. So I can steal a lot of nice things, but I can also steal a lot of useless things. Not useless, but not that great. What does this do? Tap 2 creatures and stun them. So what am I looking for? Them to play their commander? I guess. Tap 2 creatures and stun them. But my... Oh, they have a stupid answer. I know they do. They have a 1-mana spell, which is extremely annoying. Oh, please cast something. Just anything here. Really? You just let me steal 3 more cards? Okay. It's definitely a protection spell. I drew a land, or hit a land. Jin... I guess I'm going to my opponent's turn. Big if true. Yes. Okay. Oh my goodness. Things are happening? Things are happening? No way. So pay 3 life. Things are happening. Oh my goodness, this is peak gaming. Spellgyre. So we can play the Jin. I can then play a Death Toucher. No, that doesn't have Death Touch this turn cycle. Okay, I think I'm just gonna play this. If they have River's Rebuke, Life is Pain, I think. Oh, come on, don't actually have River's Rebuke, please. Literally anything, every other card but River's Rebuke is... Aetherize is of moderate concern. But I'm still gonna swing like that. Wow, my opponent just feeling the burn here. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Alright, so they stopped it from working from now on, which is a little annoying. But I'm not really sure what my opponent can possibly do here. I do have a flashing lethal threat, and I'm not dead to the board, so that's good, but it's not good enough here. That's not good enough here. Can you even swing? You can't swing. Yeah, you have to leave back blockers. That's not gonna do it. They can't cast anything off this. Create a Thopter for each. So they can't do a 0 pile, they'll just lose. So you can take that and make a 3/3. Whoa, can't cast that. Whoa. Yeah, you're still dead here. Nice. Nice. Alright, Gonti just... Yeah, the cheap early threats are just a huge problem for mono blue, right? Like the 3/1/1s are just so annoying for this deck to deal with. I could cast this. Return all non-land permanents to the owner's hand in the turn, like on my opponent's upkeep or something. And if it resolves, I think I'm winning. Right? I get to re-establish a board state first. But I don't know if that's right. I think my opponent's only out is River's Rebuke, and they might not be playing it, because, again, in Standard, it's actually not that good. But as a luge, it might actually be good, just because you're a bit slow and you struggle with the early pressure, so if you can just remove it later in the game, you can sort of put everything back to your opponent's hand and whatnot. But, yeah, we also only drew one removal spell from our own deck. Any removal spell here would have been extremely backbreaking. We only had one. But we didn't need it. We were just playing Illusion instead of our opponent. They only had 22 cards left. We were en route to mill them. Wow. Wowzers. Alright, one more win for this. One more win for the daily. Wait a minute. I won 15 games with Gonti? Wow. That's nuts. Right, I didn't play earlier today or nothing? No, yeah, I just straight won that many games. Wow. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Against the, like, entire roster, too, not just, like, 2 decks. It's, like, pretty solid against everything. More or less, more or less. It's 9 mana on their turn? Why is it 9 mana? Oh, it's 3 less on your own turn. It says it on the card, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Actually, keep that on top. Yeah. I just don't take any damage. A land here is totally reasonable. They need a counterspell. They do have a counterspell, okay. I was about to say if they don't have one, they just straight up lose the game. Shieldred is dummy huge. Alright, yep. The early pressure. The early pressure. Against certain decks that just don't have it. Just don't have what they need there. Nice. Really nice. Thanks for all the content. videos and streams keep you sane? Oh, yeah. Thank you for being here. Well, now I feel bad because I'm about to stop streaming. Why'd you have to go and say that? You knew I was about to stop. That's why I said that. You wanted me to keep going. Alright. As is tradition, I'll play one historic to rank game of my Phyrexian on life deck. Win or lose, and then I'll stop. Gonti was very good, though. Very good against all of it. Quite surprising. Okay, Luris does not... Well, there's two different Luris decks I see, so we'll see which one this is. Okay, if it's the Croxa one... I have to dodge Thoughtseize. I think that's it. Which my hand sort of lets me do. And Surgical is surprisingly good here. Okay, it's not typical. That is not typical at all, actually. Hopefully they discard something super crucial to stopping me. Not very likely, though. What is this? That is... a card? Oh, right. They're not doing what I thought they were doing. You got it. Still has the perfect 4/4, though, as is tradition. Paying life here might be completely wrong, now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm gonna just not do anything about that. So play Phyrexian Unlife. And then play the old upkeep game of cracking this into Solemnity. And I don't think Black-Red Luris has any card in its deck that beats me from this point, other than Feed the Swarm, which I'd be rather surprised to see. Take 8. Down to 7. Yeah, down to 7. Down to 5. Okay, well, apparently this would have been good. Have I shared this list? I don't think so, actually. It's still only down to 5. So, whoop. And then it's down to 3. And then we win. They cannot kill me. Or is it down to 1? Does this put me down to 1? Wow, it's a very good thing I didn't Surgical. I think this puts me to 1. Oh, wait, no, I have Phyrexian Unlife. They couldn't kill me if they wanted to. What am I talking about? I can't kill me. I'm gonna not cast Surgical on Thopter, because it's not a win condition. It doesn't beat me. They can make infinite 4/4s, but alright. Go for it. By all means, opponent, make your 4/4s. Opponent's putting me at exactly 0. Uh-oh. That's funny. You know, people don't normally put you at exactly 0. Okay, they usually just swing all out. My opponent made the deliberate effort to swing, put me to 0. So I will cast Surgical soon, just to see what I have to play against. Actually, I should just do it now, screw it. Just to see what I have to play against. Like, what do they do to win, essentially? Okay, well, their hand doesn't help. They actually didn't sack anything this turn, which is kind of weird. They should have just Deadly Demised. No, no. No. No, no, no. No, no. No, no. No. Alright, there are no cards in my opponent's deck. That beats me. So I can just sort of do whatever I want. Just cast random spells. They most definitely wanted to do this on their own turn, though. But they're not drawing to anything. But there's no reason to wait. I don't know why they waited in the first place. It's kind of weird. But that is the combo. They cannot get rid of these, and they can't deal damage to me. So it depends how long they want to play the game out. At least they're drawing pseudo more than one card a turn. Oh, you know what's funny? Because achievements exist now, people are less incentivized to actually concede. Because they want to grind out achievements against you. So, like, sitting here with this combo, you might actually have a lot more 30-minute games where people refuse to concede. Yikes. That's funny. This is definitely the kind of deck you want to play when you're not paying attention, though. You just cast cards and not really care. I'm going to bait out a Fatal Push because it doesn't matter. Just bait out a Fatal Push here. Ah, no Fatal Push. They cannot put counters on the squirrel because of Solemnity. Do they gain a life? How does the other... Sack an artifact or creature? Yeah, so if they spam this, can shorten the lifespan of the game. They don't seem to have any green mana, though. I found a book, but I'm looking for... the sideboard victory. Oh, I didn't find it again? Yikes. Jeez. Alright, roll again. Oh, screw it. Three assemble the teams. Didn't find Mastermind's acquisition. I don't know the odds of that. Oh, wait, no. Wait, did I only cast two? I only cast two of them. Alright, so technically not three. Technically. No Croxa, too. Weird. Usually have Croxa. This deck also lets you get into the psychology of players. You can just watch how they play. Because you don't make any game actions. Just watch how people, like, play the game. Alright, finally found it. Finally found it. Can't cast it this turn, though. I only have two black sources. Alright, so we win in a minimum of 9 turns. 1 to get it, 2 to cast it, and then 7 to draw. So minimum 9. There's still plenty of tutors in my deck, so I could speed that up. Oh, them not swinging certainly speeds it up. They're not swinging, If there's an achievement for that, opponent's gonna feel kind of bad. Opponent gonna feel kind of bad. I almost have as many cards as them in library. They have not been drawing. Or have they? They must be drawing to some degree. Alright, do you have the Fatal Push now? By all means. By all means, Fatal Push. Oh, they do? They have the Fatal Push? They have the Fatal Push. Oh, that's funny. Oh no, totally didn't expect that to happen. I can shuffle my library. Reduces the odds of drawing it in the top 7, but it is funny when it works. Sometimes it do be working like that. So hopefully one of these cards is a tutor, because assemble the team and plot would just immediately draw it. There's one assemble left, and I think there's all 4 plots. I have to look at the list. I think it's 4 and 4. The 2-minute slot is a crucial one to cast before you cast your 3 drops, right? So I think I have all 8. Oh, look at my look at little 1/1. Pithing Needle. Okay, yeah, I mean screw it. What do we name? What's taking the longest to cast and do things with? Oni Cult Anvil, I guess. Yeah, I'll probably just name the Oni Cult Anvil. How did I gain life? Oh, the approach the second sonic. Right. Were there answers to artifacts? I don't think they had any answers to artifacts. No, you can't activate it, Ponan. That's what the needle does. Can't do that. Puts me back to 0. Okay. Adorable. I'm sure they have a second Fatal Push at this point. They're halfway through their deck. Oh, they didn't take the bait. Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. There it is. Love to see it. Oh, we're drawing off a blood token? I don't know why we're doing it now, but okay. Cool. Whenever an artifact enters, you poke me. You got it. I haven't seen this kind of deck. They don't have, what is the Mayhem Devil? Mayhem Devil. They're running Luris instead. I think I prefer Mayhem Devil instead of Luris. That's interesting. I don't think I've seen this exact list before. It is best of one, though, so... people out here doing crazy stuff. No tutors. Ah. Their White Mastery achievement? There's definitely more effective ways to spend your time than gaining like 7 life over the course of a 20-year-long game. Alright, so we did draw it. I don't have the mana though, because I've been... oh man, I would have won if I had this stupid... if I had this stupid thing. Oh well. I killed my my Mutavaults for no reason. Feeling the burn. That's alright. That just means we get to play more Magic. Ah, this deck is great. Just winning without playing the game. Love it. Love to see it. Oh, your sagas don't work. That's right, you can't put chapter counters on sagas because Solemnity. Alright, we did it. Easiest game I've ever played. Turn 3 win. Just my opponent for some reason didn't want to concede. Love it. Oh shoot, I cast a bunch of green spells too. Did I? Oh yeah, all the tutors and stuff. How many... I want to see. Where is it? Where are you? There you are. I actually have not edited this deck since the past 2 sets have come out. No, I looked at Foundations. There was nothing interesting in Foundations. Okay, so there are 4 and 4 for the pillages. Alright, that makes sense. I didn't remember there was 2 of these. A Spark Rupture can probably come back out. I had this in here so Teferi stopped beating me. But I haven't really seen Teferi anymore, so this could probably just come out again. There's a ton of totally reasonable things it could be, too, so... like another Idyllic Tutor is okay. But yeah, this stopped the Planeswalker wins, which were annoying. And it doesn't actually fundamentally stop Teferi decks from winning anyways, dealing with Teferis. So, and we already have Pithing Needle. Yeah, I'm going to take that out at some point. I'm going to do it now, though. You finally found out how to change your name on YouTube? That's funny. I've had the same YouTube name for 15 years. YouTube looked very different back then. All right, anyways. Okay, so Gonti was pretty good at doing what it wants to do, which is play creatures, swing, get the triggers of, like, get the Ragavan triggers. What's nice about this above Ragavan is you get to keep the cards, right? That is nice. Getting the treasure after is a little weird, but it actually is okay. It just felt just fine to get the treasures later. It wasn't like they were useless. So I really did like this. The sweepers for Daze opponents are very difficult to beat, I think. It certainly felt that way. And with everyone being hyper prepared for Ketramos constantly, it makes that a bit more egregious. So not on top of all the sweepers and stuff, you'll see even more exile that doesn't necessarily take up the slot of the murder, right? Like if you're going to run murder, but now you're going to run stasis snare, you usually just now run both instead of just stasis snare. But exiling things is all over the place. Fortunately for this, it doesn't matter too much. I did beat the Atalis. I beat one Ketramos, so we have that on the board now. I beat Ketramos with Gonti, of all things. It was Gonti. Yeah, it's like the Kaya black-white sweeper deck, the mono-white Wandering Emperor, whatever the Wandering Emperor's name is, the 6-mana one sweeper deck. Those are just a bit of a nightmare. But a lot of what else is happening against you, you're pretty prepared for it because you have a lot of early removal that actually does deal with Ketramos. It's all like -X, -X, exile, sacrificing, right? So we're prepared for Ketramos specifically. And all of those cards also happen to be good against everything else that you want to avoid early, like ramp out of Vitali and whatnot. So getting one or two creatures outside of Gonti in play and swinging repeatedly is just awesome, especially when they have Death Touch or they're evasive. It's just your opponent wants to trade their Mana Dork? Probably not, but they might have to. So on and so forth. Bloodghast, I don't know. I mean, I played it, I think, in one game, and in that one game it would have gotten haste, but it just didn't matter at all. So you don't need Bloodghast. It's kind of wishy-washy. Same with Obliterator. I'm just a fan of this card. Everyone knows this at this point. It's borderline impossible to get a trigger off of this unless you're playing against mono green. Maybe Atali will let you trigger it. They'll probably just steal a removal spell out of your own deck and kill it, but let's say they don't do that. This can be pretty effective at stopping the Atalia matchup sometimes, right? That's just solid enough. Until they give it trample and then poison you out, and it's indestructible. The certain beatdown strategies just can't deal with this, but the white-based ones usually can, and that sort of rules out the Annabella, whatever the doll is, and Animpakal, and Quintarius, and the Balloon Man. Like, it's the red-white stuff doesn't care about this, which is unfortunate. I really just want it to trigger once in my life in Standard. I have had it trigger in Historic, but here it's like, the top end with all the expensive fancy stuff didn't feel necessary. In fact, I ended up taking out things that cost more than 4 because I wanted more early stuff. So I had more things to do that really complemented my turn 4 being Gonti almost all the time. If that is really the case, where you really want to play this when you have your 4th land, you could probably drop Obliterator, Desecration Demon. You're always keeping Shield Druid. There's no way you're not doing that. And just run 2 other cards. And this is always your 4-drop. Period. No questions asked. I saw in the mirror people playing mana rocks so they could play this on turn 3. However, that does mean you have less creatures in play when you play it. So I never really even thought to consider running mana dorks so I could play it on turn 3. I always say if your commander is 4 mana, you want to find a way to play it earlier than turn 4. Gonti's probably the exception because you want to play creatures the first 3 turns and then play Gonti and swing with them. Or you want to play removal spells with creatures and then play Gonti and swing with them. Because there's not a lot of room in your matchups that you don't immediately lose to play Arcane Signet. So I can't recommend Arcane Signet. I would say you shouldn't run Arcane Signet. It's probably not the right idea to do that. And that's a habit that you might have to break because I always say, 4 mana commander, play Arcane Signet. Play it turn 3 or you lose, right? Play your Rouse Direct turn 3 or, good luck resolving it on turn 4 in Historic. Here, it's just not the case here. It really isn't the case here, and that's something I think that you should analyze if you really want to, play this commander specifically. And that's not the case most of the time, but here it is. Sometimes you can just make the exception, like, I don't want to play mana rocks because I just want to play more things and just have a slower commander opener, and that's okay. I've done that, right? At the latter half of my historic commanders actually slowly stopped playing mana rocks so I could just play more cards that weren't mana rocks. But that's, taking something that might be better and making it slightly parallel. I don't know if it's better. It feels just as successful. You have more cards to deal with whatever your opponent's doing, right? It's just you're slightly slower, and that's okay sometimes. And here it is probably right, just like the right thing. I, again, didn't even think to put them in. It didn't even cross my mind. There were probably some artifacts that would make sense. I don't really care if Gonti dies a couple times. You can get away with it dying and just poke your opponent to death. That happened, so I don't... Giving the Shroud or Swiftfoot Boots, or whatever I think it's called Swiftfoot Boots, not Lightning Greaves, is kind of nice. Or Swiftfoot Greaves? The 1 mana ward one, whatever. Swiftfoot Boots, I think, is the hexproof one from way back when, and Lightning Greaves is Lightning Greaves. But I don't know. I don't think they got in the way. But again, the flex slots are absolutely the Obliterator, the Desecration Demon, probably Liliana Dreadhorde General. It's nice to have this if you have a bunch of small creatures in play. You play Gonti, you have 4 creatures, your opponent sweeps the board, well, you draw 4 cards. That's just really nice. However, you could probably play Meat Hook Massacre and get a somewhat similar result at 4 mana instead of playing Liliana. I had Meat Hook Massacre in here for like 2 seconds, and then I was like, I'm never going to use the X part, so surely it's bad. But I think Meat Hook is probably just better than Liliana Dreadhorde General, because it costs 6 mana, which, I mean, we have 24 lands, so we have to have a fourth of the lands in our entire deck in play to cast it, because again, there's no mana rocks. Could be something to definitely consider. And yeah, so it was very good. It was better than I thought it was going to be. I did think it was pretty solid just going in, at least better than a couple of them we've played already. But I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. I just blasted 15 wins with this. Basically at the 2-hour mark, which is not very common, especially for a deck that looks like this, right? I would envision maybe Ashnod winning that quickly, but not this deck. Ashnod here is just a Typhoid Rats. We have no interest in making Power Stones for any reason outside of, I think, opening this room, unlocking the room, whatever, and Gix activation. I think those are the only 2. Oh no, we had the rat, Engine Rat. You can Engine Rat people faster. Oh boy. But you almost never want to sack your own creatures for Power Stones. Excuse me, we're just not using them, right? Especially with no artifacts. Just not using them. And that's okay. Just Typhoid Rats, number 5 is just fine. It's fine. It's just turning all your creatures into Ragavians. It's just nice. Yeah, oh, that's true. That's true. Someone in chat said it has an ability on it. Yeah, you can make 3/3s. You can make 3/3s. That is fair. However, in a Ketramos world, you want to make the 3/3s on your opponent's turn, on your own turn, so Ketramos does not trigger. And I mean, yeah, tapping 5 to make a 3/3 on your own turn when you have maybe some interaction or something better, like it never came up, right? It never came up. But yes, it is on the card. And that's about it. So I can absolutely recommend this, right? I'm actually going to take these. I'm going to take these out now. Yeah, these 4 cards. I can absolutely recommend this. It was fun to play. I played against a very wide range of decks. It wasn't all Ketramos Atali, which is always nice, but I did do pretty well against Atali. I beat Ketramos once and then saw it a second time and just conceded because I just didn't feel like playing it again. I really don't like conceding automatically, especially after I had already beaten it before. Something about it, just like, I'm trying to make YouTube videos. I don't want to play against Ketramos 35 times, but I only bumped into it twice. Lucky us. But can recommend, so 10 out of 10, definitely. Or maybe 9 out of 10. Ketramos, definitely 10 out of 10. Let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Okay, so what do I put in? What are the 4 cards? What are the 4 cards? 2/2 Menace. I don't hate this card. I full stop do not hate this card. Send it. Let's actually look at these 2 sets here. Oh yeah, Deep Cavern Bat. Shoot. I never ended up putting it in. Merkin X. Yes, they were good actually. We blasted a lot of wins very quickly with this. I'm done playing now if you're curious, but yeah, it actually was quite successful. All right, yeah. We'll put in the bat. I'm a little not 100% about the bat, but it comes in play. It has flying. It does everything I want. But I don't expect it to. Usually just, I don't know. Eating removal spell is pretty nice though. Let's be real. I'm not giving it enough credit. I'm not giving the bat enough credit. I don't think we have a lot of zombies in our deck. Even if we did, that would mean this is not swinging to attack. It's kind of weird. It would be ideal to cost 1 or 2. I don't know why I wanted to look at these 2 sets specifically. I can't remember. Oh man, Gatekeeper Malakir. I used to have 4 of these in like every black deck I made on paper. I love this card so much. But then they printed Liliana of the Veil, and this became completely useless. This became totally useless. Has no text on it. Liliana does the same thing. It is a vampire. That's a 2/2, I guess. Fine. But, like, it can be a 2-mana 2/2 vampire. Diregraph Ghoul? No, we can't play this. I think literally if it was a 1/1 Death Touch, it would be better than a 2/2. Just want Death Touch and evasion and stuff. Alright, so I guess there's nothing from these 2 sets. I don't know why I thought there were. I don't know what I was thinking. I do like Clay Revenant, but same reason reassembling skeletons isn't in here. Just not the right thing to do. Freebooter is okay, right? If it dies, you get the treasure. If it doesn't die, you're hitting your opponent. Scrying 1 is worth it too. It's nice. I don't hate it. Vine Lasher is pretty commonly played. Probably not a Vine Lasher deck. When this dies, it makes a 1/1. Oh, cool. It's like the Black Doomed Traveler. That's really cool. You played Time Walk, and it won't give you the achievement for playing a Power 9 card. Maybe it's because it's not well, I don't know how you would get a Power 9 card outside of that. Like, it doesn't see the conjured ones as actual versions of it. Knowing the jank of Magic Online, I suppose it would translate to this. Ginger Brute. That is true. That's hard to block. I mean, it just has flying, doesn't it? Oh, the Power 9. Okay, someone in the YouTube chat. I'm streaming on YouTube too. Someone on YouTube said it's just broken. Like the achievement's not working. This costs mana to activate though. Which means, well, that doesn't really matter. I don't need it to hit my opponent until I cast this. But the turn I cast this does not have unblockable because I won't have another mana. I don't think this is a Ginger. I can do better than Ginger Brute. It's not bad, but I can do better. I can do better. I did say I wanted Meat Hook Massacre. I did say that. I did put in some creatures. Maybe I can just throw in Meat Hook. This would be a Vein Ripper deck. Oh, man. This actually... We have so many, like, small creatures, but this costs 6. I mean... Yeah. Maybe it would have won some games that I lost instead of Liliana Dreadhorde General? But that's not necessarily true. By the time this comes into play, my board's probably swept. And then I have, like, one creature. Yeah, it just doesn't... It doesn't really solve the Kaya Eternal Wanderer matchup. Okay, let me just make sure this does what I think it does. Yep, you return your creatures that die. And your opponent has to pay 3 for their creatures. Yeah, alright. It's like the Grave Pact of Standard. And Grave Pact's one of my favorite cards. Yeah, I'm going to put it in. It's solid. It doesn't really help you that much against your matchups that you would really want it in. Like, oh, they cast a sweeper, you get your stuff back. Maybe you can swing once, and then they cast another sweeper anyways. I don't know. It's just a really good card when it works. It's worth trying for sure, especially in a deck with that many creatures, right? 22 creatures, and I feel like that's above average for Standard Brawl, except Atali. Maybe that might not even be true. Some Atali decks might not have 22 creatures. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Alright, chat. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for sticking around. And, yep, have a good night. Or evening. Or afternoon. Or dusk. Or dawn. Or morning. Or lunch.